Welcome back to today, guys. Time for a light novel review. Welcome once again. It's going to be on a light novel that's called Classroom for Heroes. This is actually brought by Yen On, and it is one of the newer titles that they have, but I believe this one aired last year as an anime. I could be wrong. I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure it aired at least just subbed on Crunchyroll. So I do remember this duel. I do. When I was reading it, I remember watching it, if that makes any sense. At least the first chapter was the episode, because I do first impressions on first episodes. So anyways, yeah, it pretty good series. I will say this is one of the better ones when it comes to like learning more of these characters. Like in each chapter they focus on a new character that comes into the life of the protagonist. So yeah, they do a really good job on it. I did really appreciate the story. It is a very interesting one, to be honest. Hopefully they continue releasing it through Yen On, which, by the way, this was brought to you by Yen On. This is the subdivision of Yen Press that does the light novels. I'm very happy by them sending me a copy to review for you guys, so check them out through yenpress.com. They have a lot of things, a lot of content, so give them some love. Also, before I continue, also subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and check out the other stuff that I posted here, because I have quite a bit of light novels, quite a bit of manga reviews. So actually, I've been doing good with light novels. At least once a week I've released a light novel, which I'm happy. At least in the past month I've been doing that. So I've been content with me being able to keep up with light novels. So yeah, do subscribe if you haven't done so. Okay, so we have the story of a hero, the hero Blade. He defeats the Overlord, and this is kind of from the back, because it summarizes well. Once he defeats him, he loses all his powers. For him, it should have been a dream, but because he can finally experience what a normal life is. Then he ends up training with future heroes, and he has a little chance to blending in and essentially have what's a normal life. Now, three main female characters that we meet in the beginning, or in this whole series, is going to be these three girls that we get in the character showcase. So first we have Blade, our main character. He is the hero. He did lose his powers, but he's still very much strong. He has experience, but two, he's still strong. We have Ernest Flaming, who is the main character in the first chapter. She does come out in the other two chapters as well, but as more of a side character. Then in the second chapter we have a more focus on Sophicia, who is not human. I don't know, not fully human at least. And then Chulin, this little girl right here, is actually a dragon who he defeats as well in chapter 3, and becomes basically his daughter, or his like a companion. So let's focus on the first chapter. So first we have Ernest Flaming. She's the Empress. People don't like her. She's very much a loner, and she starts picking fights on Blade very much, because Blade is very carefree. He just wants to enjoy life, and she doesn't like that, right? She doesn't like that comes out of a character like him. So they kind of butt heads throughout the entire series, but she likes him. You can tell she does. Definitely is a love interest for Blade. Blade doesn't see her as a woman, but she sees herself as a contendant at least. She ends up being cursed by the sword in her family, which is how she got her red hair. She is very powerful as well, and basically towards towards the end of the chapter, he convinces her to face off against the demon that has cursed her, and we get a little fan service scene of her there. But yeah, she ends up taking control of who she really is, and she ends up actually, you know, defeating that has cursed her. Then we go into the second chapter, and the second chapter again focuses on Sophicia. Sophicia is one out of 12 clones that were made to mimic the powers of the hero Blade, him, and she's just a failure of an experiment. At least that's what she considers herself. We do get a lot of fan service scenes, to be honest, but he ends up inviting her into a date because that's what he thinks is normal for kids to do. And he does train her. They go on a date. It's very cute, and they both have an emotional growth within this date. She learning more that she's okay with who she is, even though she is kind of a mistake. But two, he learns more of himself, of just the pain of being a hero, of what it was for him to be a hero. It seemed like he felt like he wasn't able to do enough, and because of that, like it felt like he was so focused on the negative side, people telling him like this got destroyed, these people died, so on and so forth, and he wasn't focused on he saved people, he killed the overlord, like he did change and did so much for the world. And we get a little cute scene between them that really builds his character. The third chapter, I feel like it was the most lighthearted one. We do get a little seriousness in there as well, but he defeats this dragon, which trying to find the picture. Oh, here it is. He defeats the dragon, and the dragon, basically there's this like tail that turns into what it's defeated by, so she turns into a little girl and calls him dad and basically starts following him everywhere. We get a little bit of story there as well of him, but yeah, it's basically just another girl added. It very seems like it's gonna be a harem. A bunch of these girls are liking him for a guy, and he's just very oblivious of the whole situation. I have not seen the anime. I remember giving my first impressions on it, but I remember not continuing it. More likely it's because it was only subbed, so I can't give my opinion on what happens next. But it does feel like it's going to be a harem. It does feel like it's going to be just chapter after chapter introducing new girls to basically his group of women that like him. There's a lot of comedy behind it, like the girls following him and the other girl in the date, and just kind of like, what are they doing? Like, do they even know what they're doing, or what they may cause to each other? You know, so there's a lot of comical relief as well. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is a story that I don't know, it's lighthearted, I guess, because although it is a kind of a hinted harem, it's not like fan service in your face type of deal either, where it's like, you know, it's not high school D&D or stuff like that, where it's like way over the top as well. So I don't know, I feel like it's a good one to just have in your back burner if you're looking to see you know, a story about a hero struggling to be a hero but also a regular person. So go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have not done so by now, subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. I will see you guys next time, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.